no legs, no problems. A young man who has helped thousands of children around the world and has inspired even more to make their own ways, has done it all with just 2 arms. Hello, my name is Sarah, and I'm going to talk to you about Spencer West, a man who has redefined the impossible. From his difficult childhood, to stadiums filled with young people, to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. Spencer's life has had a great impact, and he's done it all without any legs. Born in Toronto in 1981, Spencer's parents, Kenny and Tonette West, were told by doctors that their son would never sit or walk or stand. He had been born with a sacroagenesis, an abnormal development of the spine. At 5 years old, he had his legs amputated below the pelvis. He later said that he didn't mourn the loss of his legs because it never worked to begin with. He tried to wear prosthetic legs, but they didn't work out because he thought that he looked like a transformer. And besides, his hands worked well, and he got around on them. Throughout his school life, Spencer also faced the cruelty of other students. He was bullied because he looked different. Being different, though, was what changed not only him, but many people around the world. Today, Spencer West is an extremely busy man. He travels around the world giving speeches and inspiring people to do their parts in their communities. But he didn't start off doing something he loved. When he graduated from university, he worked at a salon and spa, and he did very well. But he found out that having material things didn't make him happy. So he traveled to Kenya with Me to Weep, an organization that encourages youth to get involved and to make a difference, and he found that his life had changed. While visiting an African school, a little girl said to him, "I didn't know that things like this happen to white people." For the first time, he realized that his life and his difficulties could show that disadvantaged children that everyone had problems, but that they could be overcome. A few months later, he joined Free the Children and began speaking all around North America. Spencer found that speaking wasn't enough, however, so he decided to climb Mount Kilimanjaro and show that all disabilities could be overcome. And for a clean water program in Kenya, West faced many hardships, such as climbing on his hands for most of the climb and putting up with many aches and pains. When they reached the summit, he collapsed in front of the sign and hugged his friends and cried. Despite the challenges, Spencer managed to find a way to raise over $500,000 for his project. Spencer chose to make a difference through his actions. What can we do to change our world? Not everyone can climb Mount Kilimanjaro, but we can all do something. We could organize bottle drives and donate the money to a food bank, or we could volunteer to decorate the school for a holiday. These things may seem small, but if they make someone else's life better, they are worth it. The important thing is to do something. Spencer had a difficult childhood, but he didn't let it stop him. He now travels around the world giving speeches and inspiring people not to let obstacles stop them. He showed what he could do by climbing the tallest mountain in Africa. What can you do to show what you can do? Thank you for listening.